How is everybody doing this fine day? I'm doing outstanding. For those of you that don't know, my name is Alan Roberts, also known as the Angry Bald Man, Every Damn Day Fitness, all those things. Mostly, I would prefer you just call me Alan Roberts. That motherfucker works just fine too. Because some people that don't like me, they're just stuck with that motherfucker. You know, what can you fucking say? Today is going to be an interesting day of videos. We're going to do this video, then I forget what I have lined up next. Then I'm going to do just an Ask Anything Q&A. Just a way for you, all of you, to ask me anything you want to ask about any fucking thing. And as long as I don't think it'll get me actually deleted instantaneously, I'll probably answer. The ADHD dictates. I can't really stop it. And then tonight we're going to be talking about how the LGB should get rid of the T. And that one's probably going to cause the ruffle a few feathers. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I am going to literally just say what the fuck I want to say. So for those of you that are here watching this right now, we are about to talk about the continuation of Bootygate. You see, follow along with how ridiculous this fucking sounds, right? There is this movement. I mean, let's say you're brand new to this. Let's say you have not been on the internet for like a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say you don't know about fat acceptance. You don't know about anything like that. There is a group of people that would like you to believe that gluttoning yourself on a daily basis to the point where you cannot wipe your own ass is perfectly fine. And if you say anything, you have the problem. You have a phobia against them and you are ableist. Like, that's how straight up ridiculous this is. Like, to catch everybody up, there's this incredibly huge woman named Fat Girl Flo, and I mean huge physically. She's got a large audience, but she's huge physically. I mean physically. She took offense to this other creator losing weight, and the other creator basically said, "Yes, I'm using this weight loss drug, or I'm losing weight." Because 6 months ago I couldn't wipe my own ass. That's the T. And this upset Karina, who, I mean, clearly just because she's so upset about it, can't wipe her own ass without assistance, because that's what it looks like. I thought it was going to be over. I thought people were going to be like, okay, we're going to make our videos about Karina and how ridiculous that fucking sounds, because she's basically pissed at somebody for saying, I wanted to lose weight because I couldn't wipe my own ass. This woman is upset with somebody calling them an ableist because they decided to lose weight because they could not wipe their own ass. Not because of anything else, but because they couldn't wipe their own ass. This fucking lunatic woman, who very clearly has very serious mental problems, is very upset with it. I thought it was going to be over. Nope. No, it's not. There's people making videos about it non-goddamn stop, like on TikTok. We're going to get to one of these videos right now. And give me 1 second to pull it up. All right, this is it.
A lot of discourse lately in the plus-size community, and it's really sitting heavy on my heart.
Not like, and I tried to find that original video when it got stitched, and the video's gone. Like, I mean, she deleted it. You can't find it. But from what I understand, it basically goes into the discourse about, like, if you can't wipe your own ass, you're ableist. Like, or if you are upset that you can't wipe your own ass, if you lose weight so you can wipe your own ass, you're somehow a fat traitor and shit, like you're a traitor to fat people. Like, we're at this stage of human stupidity in our culture. I keep saying this. The problem with culture, or the American culture, is it's rotten. Like, the problem with America is literally our culture right now. Our culture is one of divisiveness and fantasy. I mean, it's literally divisiveness and fantasy. We somehow believe. I saw the ADHD moment. I saw a Twitter post, an X post, a couple minutes ago, where San Francisco voted 8-3 for a ceasefire agreement for Israel and for Palestine, for Hamas and Israel, right? They voted 8-3, and they're celebrating this. Every city in America should do this. Why, motherfuckers? Maybe San Francisco should vote for a cease shitting on their own streets. Like, they should vote for people to cease shitting on their own fucking streets, because San Francisco literally has an app that outlines the human fucking feces dots, like on the fucking map. It has you have an app to avoid stepping in human shit in the city of San Francisco. But these people will vote on Israel and Hamas, what these other countries should do. Like this city in America that is so fucked up that there's literally people fucking injecting themselves and shitting in the streets. They are fucking all of a sudden saying that, well, we declared you should have a ceasefire. Now do it. Do it, good. Just do it. Make the ceasefire. And it's just fucking dumb. Like we are the stupidest fucking country of stupid fucking countries. I say this all the time. I am absolutely super fucking lucky that in my wife and I's coaching business, that we talk to people from all around the world. I have clients in Beirut. I have clients in Japan. I have clients in Russia. I have clients in Ukraine, which, by the way, Ukraine, like most Ukrainians don't know they're at war, or they don't act like they're at war. I mean, it's complete fucking bullshit. I have clients in Hawaii, California, Canada, Colombia, Mexico, all over the place. I have clients all over the fucking place. We are a goddamn laughingstock. That we are looked at as like literally we are hissy fitting ourselves out of fucking existence. America is at that stage. But to continue on with this, there's multiple videos now. Let's listen what this woman has to say about the original topic, which we're going to get back to. It's Bootygate.
You'll want to watch that creator's video in its entirety so you understand what I'm responding to. But Chastity here, a former fashion influencer in the plus size genre. I helped build the plus size community, and I lost over
You should not be proud of it.
160 pounds very publicly.
That you should be super fucking proud of.
I want to address each and every one of this influencer's points because I have a lot of thoughts. So this is probably more of a personal issue, but I truly have a real problem when plus size YT creators talk about people who have lost weight in the plus size community, especially when the community was built on the backs of Black women.
See, unfortunately, no, it wasn't. The trueness of this, the fat acceptance community was started by some fucking dude that had a fetish. And that's true. Like, you can look at the fuck up, get through all the fucking rhetoric, you can look that the fuck up, right? But the term, like, at the very second somebody starts classifying, I have a hard time when white creators or Black creators or Asian creators or Latino creators or Indian creators or, Muslim creators or Christian creators, any creators like that. I have a hard time with that, okay? Because now you're categorizing like my skin should dictate what I should be able to talk about. And I got a newsflash for you. Fuck off. Okay? And I'm sure she's a nice lady and all like that, but I am not going to fucking play that shit. You're a white dude. You shouldn't be talking about shit. I will say whatever the fuck I want. And if you don't like what I say because of my skin color, that is absolutely a you problem. And if you try to make it a me problem, I'm going to make me a you problem. That's straight the fuck up. Straight the fuck up. If for some reason you think that I should not be able to fucking say something because I am white and you have a problem with it, as long as you keep that problem to you or even espouse it, you can say it. I don't give a fuck. But if you try to stop me from saying whatever the fuck I want, now you're going to have a fucking problem with me. And I keep having people remind me in the chat, I am officially a Black woman, actually, because I am loud, I have a lot to say, I shout a lot, and I'm angry. So apparently, if you call somebody any of those things, that means that they are a Black woman. So I am indeed a Black woman. It's going to be news to Crystal. So I'm an angry Black woman. So, and for those of you by the way, for those of you that are wondering who I'm responding to, if you're watching this on replay, I'm responding to the people in the chat. And the people in the chat, like it's right here. You're an angry Black woman. The people in the chat are referring to a time when we realized, because somebody was accusing somebody else of racism by saying that the person's loud, shouts a lot, has a lot to say, and seems angry, that it was the stereotypical things that they say about Black women. But people say that about me. Shit, I fucking was wearing a shirt earlier today that says angry bald man. Because I fucking sell shirts that say angry bald man. So, but I just wanted to stop real quick here and say that when people do that, like when people try to categorize what I'm allowed to say or what other people are allowed to say, like, it's unfortunate, but the white girl who said all sorts of stupid shit She can say whatever stupid shit she fucking wants and should be allowed to, because I want to know who's stupid or not, right? But this, I try to pretend like, oh, like, we shouldn't, why wouldn't fucking, why should you say something? You have no right to say something. I have a right to say anything I want. It's called the freedom of speech. Just so you know. Yeah, it was that Samira wacko saying something about salmon every size.
And the history involved with that. Black people are disproportionately affected by obesity.
Not really, not anymore. Black women are disproportionately affected by obesity. Very true, but that's cultural. That's not genetic.
Because of the food that was forced on us as slaves, and because
When we go hundreds of years back of why you're fat now, the only thing I'm going to ask you is why weren't you fat 50 fucking years ago? That's where I get to. Like, everybody was thin 30 years ago. Like 30 or 40 years ago, everybody was thin. Everybody was lean. Everybody. Every fucking body. People that were the descendants of slaves, people that just got over here over the boat, people that fucking helped fight the descendants of people that helped fight the free slaves, the people that fought to try to keep slaves. Everybody was thin. Everybody was thin. People got fat in the last 30, 40 fucking years because of what we fucking eat. Black women are not historically fat. It's not. Are there pictures of fat black women in history? Yes, just like there's pictures of fat white women, fat Asian women, fat men, fat, like everything like that. Like, if you, like, you can't claim that slavery hundreds of years ago has you eating in a fucked up way right now, when 40 years ago it wasn't a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, 40 years ago that shit wasn't a problem. So you can't claim slavery. Did slavery happen 20 fucking years ago? I mean, ridiculous.
of the cultural dietary palate, we still hold to this day. We are most likely to get diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, so on and so forth. The stats are there, not to mention our neighborhoods, the same neighborhoods that white people fled, are plagued with limited to no healthy options and all.
That's ridiculous. You know who has the least healthy options? Literally the least healthy option? Country folk. Don't start bitching that you got a grocery shop at the corner store when country folk don't have a grocery. That's an actual food desert. I lived out in the country in South Carolina. The closest gas station was a 20-minute drive. The closest gas station. You want to talk about a food fucking desert? I had to drive 45 minutes to get to just like kind of a like little fucking convenience store. I lived in the goddamn woods. I lived in the fucking mountains. So we just stocked up, made sure we had what we had, and did what we could. It's like it's claiming it's a food desert in a city or a food desert any other place. That's bullshit. I mean, that's absolute bullshit. And propensity for diabetes, then you need to be more, even more health conscious. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you say you have a propensity to be obese or propensity for diabetes or propensity for heart disease, you should be even more careful. If you know you have hypothyroidism or you have insulin resistance, you should be even more critical of what you do.
This is by the design of the system.
And also, then how did you lose 160 pounds as a black woman? Just saying, like, I'm not against you, lady. I'm not against you. I'm just saying, like, what you're saying is literally just fucking bullshit rhetoric. It's bullshit rhetoric designed to aim your upsetness, your anger at a whole, like, actual type of person. It's fucking ridiculous. It's very, very, very prejudiced.
Large. So you who
inner cities are not food deserts. There's convenience stores. There's rice and beans sold at every convenience store. Inner cities are not food deserts. You have to be selective with what you eat. And even if you have only unhealthy foods, only ultra-processed foods to eat less of them. You won't be fat. What now? Eat less of them. You will not be fat. But inner cities are not food deserts. A food desert is literally like when it's just miles and miles and miles and miles of nothing. Inner cities, you can walk 2 miles and get to a fucking grocery store in any goddamn direction. And inner cities have public transportation. Exactly.
Do not have a natural predator. Talking about your heart should break for the health of Black and brown people who live in food deserts, who will most likely do.
So don't have your heart break for the white fucking people that live way out in the fucking country. No. Save that for people that could walk an extra mile or two and get food. Fuck, you hear yourself, right? You hear yourself, right? Obesity, this drives me crazy. Obesity is a function of overconsumption. It is a condition of overconsumption 100% of the fucking time. You can't claim I can't get food and that's what's making me be obese, because reality exists. Even if you only have fucking access to a fucking convenience store, eat less of the shit you're eating to be less fat. Stop it. For real, stop it. Like, you're making no sense. You're invalidating your argument. Yeah, they've never heard of Appalachian people. No shit, that's food deserts. My God. Not only is there one grocery store within, not only is there at least one grocery store within a 5-mile radius. Exactly. If you can't get the healthiest food, you can still eat less of it. That's what I always say. That's what I profess. Exactly. So here we go. Keep going.
Deal with disease that your whiteness shields you from. This creator then goes on to mention that these creators.
Your whiteness has shielded you from diabetes. Tell that to all the fucking. You do know that the majority of people that get lower limb amputations are white, right? Vast majority. Due to diabetes.
Have said, like, the reason for them losing weight, and I quote, "I can't wipe my own ass and I don't want to be morbidly obese anymore." And in what world has wiping your own ass ever been a bad thing? Most of us want to wipe our own butts for as long as we can.
Exactly. I agree with her here.
And if you say you don't, you're absolutely delusional.
Yes.
And as it is related to wiping your own butt, it's like, I actually feel for people who cannot, because I know that has to be a dehumanizing experience.
Same. I absolutely do too.
It has to be an experience that affects your personal pride and dignity. So I'm still trying to understand why would that not be a good thing? As it relates to the term of morbidly obese, I've never said this out loud.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, where they're reattacking the term morbidly obese like it's a slur. You're fat as fuck. How about that? I'll stop using morbidly obese. I'll just stick with the fat as fuck. How about that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I keep saying this week after week after week, and I think people just kind of brush it off because, like, oh, he's the angry bald man, right? But we need to stop being so motherfucking nice. You can't wipe your ass? That's a fucked up thing. You're fucked up. You're fucked up. You can't wipe your own ass. These are the same people that claim fat people deserve respect and dignity no matter what. You've eaten yourself to the point where you can't wipe your own ass. I'm going to have a hard time respecting you. I'm just letting you, people can call me whatever they want, but if you have a hard time wiping your own ass, if you've eaten yourself to the point where you have a hard time wiping your ass, I'm going to have a hard time respecting that. I'm letting you know. If you're trying to change, I respect your effort in trying to change. But if you're not trying to change, I'm not going to respect you. Like this Karina Fat Girl Flow thing, she clearly, visibly, like the mechanics of how long her arms are and how big her fucking body is dictate that she has a hard time wiping her ass. I'm just letting you know. Like, I mean, I personally believe that that's why she's so triggered about this. But if you look at her standing there and her arms are like this and her body's like this, and like you can see that it looks like she has a hard time reaching down just to her hips, let alone her fucking own ass. I mean, it's fucking, to me, like, you want to remain not being able to wipe your own ass? You deserve dignity and respect, even though you can't wipe your own ass because you fattened yourself so much? I'm going to pass. You're going to have to miss me with that shit. For real, you're going to have to miss me with that shit, because I'm not going to respect you if you are not trying to fix your fucking problem after you've eaten yourself to the point where you can't wipe your own ass.
personally, but it's one term that I actually really had a problem with as a big person, as a plus size person, as a person who weighed 360 pounds. And I had a problem with the term because it
You're still plus size. You weigh 200 pounds now. You're still plus size.
sounded like too much like the damn truth.
You're actually still morbidly obese.
Because I was previously morbidly obese.
If you only lost 160 pounds from 360, you're still morbidly obese.
And the term morbidly obese, like, it's triggering to a lot of people. There are a lot of terms in the plus size community, plus size, curvy, even fat, that do not bother people, like the term morbidly obese. It sounds awful.
What? Well, it sounds true. Like, you are morbidly obese. You are so obese, it is going to cause a increase in morbidity. I mean, it's just fucking true.
And finally, let me say this. The creator looks relatively young. And when I say it's all fun and games when you're young, but as mentioned before, how many 350 pound 70-year-olds do you know? I don't know.
I agree with that. I don't know any
either. You see a community that has age, and with aging comes illness, and that's regardless of what body you're in. So a lot of these people have chosen a different path because they want to probably live as long as they can, and they see.
Hang on, this is an excellent point. If it's triggering, there's truth to it. And he tells this to clients all the time because he's a counselor. If it is, like, that's the thing. I always say this about people. If you think I'm shaming you, it's because you're already ashamed. Like, I am not actually shaming you. I am just highlighting that you should be ashamed. That's reality. Like, if I can say you're really fat and you're like, oh, stop fat shaming me, you are already admitting you're ashamed of being fat, and you should be. You should be ashamed of being morbidly obese. Everybody should. If you're morbidly obese, it should not be something that you're proud of. It should not be something that you're even neutral about. If you're proud of it or neutral about it, you are in fact going to make excuses to keep hurting yourself and probably get worse. It's probably going to get worse. And yes, gaining weight from a morbidly obese state is worse. It is bad. I hear people say there's no such thing as bad bodies. A morbidly obese body is a bad body. It's a bad body. It's not a good body. That's for fucking sure. That's for fucking sure.
Losing weight as a way to be able to do that. Now, there are some people who lose weight for vanity reasons only. They're actually allowed to do that.
They're allowed to do that. I mean, it's like these people are like, don't lose weight, because they know as soon as everybody starts losing weight and they get so upset because somebody's saying like, well, I couldn't even wipe my own ass, so I had to lose weight. That gets other people who can't wipe their own asses thinking like, you know what, I really fucking gotta fix this shit. That's a positive thing on society. Stating you changed is a positive thing. Saying you changed for the better is positive. Saying you lost 100 pounds, 160 pounds, and kept it off, that's a positive fucking thing. The problem is this fat acceptance community and these fat activists, have such a hard time calling them fat activists, because in reality, if you are so immobile that should your chosen social media network go offline for a day, you're no longer an activist, you're not a fucking activist to begin with. If you are on TikTok calling yourself an activist and you are super happy about it, but you don't do anything else besides fucking TikTok, and you fucking consider yourself an activist, and the internet goes down for the day, and all of a sudden you can't be an activist, you're not an activist. You're just somebody posting shit. It's so fucking ridiculous.
I actually do believe in body autonomy, but if a person wants to use their platform to encourage people to wait.
Hang on a second. I missed something here. 8 pounds down for this week. Boom! What the fuck? Fucking hero. Good job. Good job. Good job.
To lose weight. That's their right.
Wait. A fat inactivist. You know I'm fucking using that. They're fat from this moment forward, they're fat inactivists. I fucking love that. God damn, I'm stealing that. I'm not even gonna give you credit and shit. I mean, I will, but I'll do it only here. So,
you also have the right to unfollow them as well.
Exactly. All right. So I agreed with some of what she said about about some stuff, but when people try to pull the race card and make everything about race, you lose me. All right. You absolutely lose me. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, and then we gotta go. We got 3 minutes. We gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Been a lot of discourse lately in the plus size community, and it's really sitting heavy on my.
When I started social media, I was about 230.
Let me check something. Nah, we're not gonna watch this one.
But I want to.
This one's a long ass one, but she says very similar stuff. Copyright that term. No shit, that's a fucking awesome term. All right, so listen up. It is. We are about to leave here, and I'm about to go back for my next live. But here's in reality. Karina, fat girl Flo, basically stepped out on a limb, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff on her Instagram also, like her, trying to make her case of why people trying to lose weight because they can't wipe their own ass is bad. I mean, we do got to realize that these people are fucking ridiculous. I take them as seriously as you would take a clown from the circus seriously, because they're in fact circus workers. They're fucking 400 fucking pound, 5 foot tall women. That's fucking circus work. Okay, I mean it's reality. It's like you look like you belong in a circus. I'm going to take you that seriously. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. I hope to see you all guys all back. Here we go. The next one is about. The next one's a good one too. You want to join us? Here we go.